Host of Morning Coffee. As you know what, I actually did. I told a little bit of fib this morning. I said we were going to come back with Shakir. Actually, we're going to start with Neil with our sports update. Neil, welcome to Morning Coffee this morning.
Morning, Keith. How are you?
Good, sir. Good. So, it's kind of funny. I actually worked the show on Saturday and Neil and the sports guys segments, and it's interesting to hear what they talk about versus on Monday morning when Neil does the sports update, what the outcome was. So Neil, I got to let's just start off because we're 10 minutes outside of Philly. At least I am. Uh, the Phillies, the Eagles. What do you think?
Honestly, I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of the game because I actually was at the Giants game yesterday at MetLife, and that was interesting. But we'll get to that at a different time.
Yep.
No, but it was a good game between the Redskins and the Eagles. Carson Wentz finally getting an opportunity to play against a division team, and to start off the game, the Eagles were struggling mightily. It was 14-0 Redskins in the first quarter, but then Carson Wentz and the offense got it rolling, and even though Wentz didn't throw a touchdown pass. Again, he looked calm, cool, and collected out there, and he really seemed to be moving the ball, methodically and moving against this Redskins defense. But unfortunately, in the end, they couldn't find enough plays to come back and tie the game and possibly maybe win it in overtime as they dropped this one 27-20. But the Eagles obviously now I don't think it's still not time to panic. I know they've lost two in a row, and it's a little frustrating, but I still don't think it's time to panic. I still think they're a very good team, and Wentz is just going to continue to develop and get better and better.
Well, you know what? I agree with you. I mean, you put it nicely. As an Eagles fan, I think the biggest thing, my takeaway was, look, we for those folks that thought they were going to be, this Super Bowl contender, I never thought that. So I'm not as disappointed as I know a lot of my buddies and what I see on Facebook and I see people saying, "Where's the defense?" They were on the field most of the game, so they're tired. I look at the offense. I mean, we're okay. We're an okay team. So I think that people should really get used to what they see or what they saw yesterday for the Philadelphia Eagles for this year. I just think they've got to put it in perspective.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think that look, what a lot of Eagles fans I think should really realize is that look, they have a rookie quarterback who's made a lot of really impressive plays and has led the Eagles to a lot of scoring. And even if they struggled throughout the season, they have to be a little bit optimistic and say, hey, the future looks bright. We continue to get more talent on the offense and continue to get more talent on the defense. This team could really be serious in 2 or 3 years.
Absolutely. So, let's move up to the North Jersey end. And you were at the game yesterday at the Giants Baltimore, which was, it seemed like it was a pretty good game back and forth, and the Giants ended up squeaking out. So, how was it?
Honestly, it was a lot of fun. Not so much in the first half. I mean, the Giants in the first half looked like the same old Giants. They were struggling to score points. Their defense was playing very well, but just not. But they kept staying on the field because the Giants couldn't move the ball. They were turning it over. Excuse me. And it looked like that, it was going to be another loss. But in the second half, the Giants turned it up and got nearly 450 yards of total offense. And Eli finally found Odell Beckham not once but twice in that game, and he really seemed to. That was one of Eli's better games, and also with the first touchdown pass he threw, that was his career 300 touchdown pass, which moved him in front of John Elway for seventh all time in touchdown passes. And
Wow.
also that's Eli Manning's 100th victory in the NFL, and also the Giants as a team their 900th career victory. So all in all, it was a big milestone day. It was an emotional game. You could feel the electricity in the building. And this could be a game where the Giants season could really turn around for the better with an emotional victory like that.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you think about, I want to jump over to San Francisco. What do you think about Colin Kaepernick's debut?
He looked good. I mean, he looked rusty, to be honest with you. I mean, there were some good things about how he played, and there were some tough things about him. I mean, but like I said, the main thing is that he looked rusty, and I think he looked distracted. If you heard about all the antics that the Bills fans were doing pre-game and even during the national anthem, insulting and making fun of Colin Kaepernick. I think it kind of got to him a little bit. I think it distracted him, and I think that's why one of the reasons that the 49ers, especially Colin Kaepernick, struggled so much throughout the game. And I feel kind of sad for Colin Kaepernick that he had to put up with all that scrutiny just trying to win a football game.
I agree. I agree. Let's jump over to a team I really don't like to talk about, but I got to give them props 100%. The Dallas Cowboys. They looked really good last night or yesterday. Really good.
Yes, they look. Not only they look good, they look scary good. Like they really look
Yeah.
like that they are rolling right now. Dak Prescott looks like he's continuing to develop. Again, another rookie quarterback, and he looks like he's taking the spotlight of being the quarterback for, dare I say it, America's team, which I don't agree with. But um, yeah, no, but he looked really good, and he seems to be very comfortable with the offense. And I think that as long as he continues to play this well, I don't see why you need to put Tony Romo back in the starting lineup.
Yeah, look, I'm not a Dallas fan. I'm definitely an Eagles fan, but I'm also a football fan too. First, I think, and you can't put Tony Romo back on that team and put him out there without something happening to Dak. I mean, you can't. I mean,
Right.
I believe in momentum, and momentum can shift the game in a game and really put a team behind or put them way up. And if they take him out right now to put Tony Romo back in there for what?
Hmm.
I have no idea. Wait till after their bye week. If
Right.
he's still playing the same, leave him in there. If he's messing up and what do you consider messing up? I mean, but to put Tony Romo out there and get hurt, coming back too fast, that's just insane. He's already lived up to their expectation.
Yeah, and honestly, and I think I'm being honest here. I think that Tony Romo's time in the Big D is coming to an end, especially if Prescott continues to have success,
Yeah.
because then Tony Romo's going to become a liability, and then you're going to wonder, do you take Tony Romo, who's getting up there in age, or do you go with Dak Prescott, your rookie quarterback, and try to build a team around him for the future?
Yeah, I mean Tony Romo. I mean he is getting up there in age, but I do got to give him props. I mean I think the Dallas fans beat him up a lot, and I think he's one of the best quarterbacks out there. He's got a lot of guts, man. That's what I like about Tony Romo. And look, let's face it. I mean I see Des Bryant hurt on the sideline too, and the way that Dallas is running right now, I would figure out something. I'd put Des Bryant in a big trade and trade up for some more defensive players or whatever you need because you'll get it for him. Tony Romo, I don't know how much you get for him, or you just leave him there as a backup. But at the
Hmm.
end of the day, I mean, Dallas is really showing they're almost becoming like a New England team. No matter who's behind the ball or the center, they're winning games.
Absolutely, and it's just you know I don't necessarily agree with you on the Des Bryant thing, but I mean I've looked at so far throughout the season. You see Prescott not really throwing the ball that much to Des.
Right.
He's thrown it to a lot of his other receivers, and it's continuing to work. And maybe you're right. Maybe there is something about that, but I feel that Des Bryant's too big of a talent to just let go like that and just trade him away. I understand it if you're trying to get other pieces if you're missing something, but right now, just because he's hurt doesn't mean that he still can't,
Oh,
be productive with the Cowboys.
yeah, I mean, he's going to be productive wherever he goes. But what I'm
Right.
saying is that these receivers, these young receivers out there are getting it done. So if they continue through the season,
Hmm.
and when Des Bryant comes back, obviously utilize him. But you know, does it interrupt the rhythm? Because honestly, he can be a cancer too. I mean, he has the same quality as a Terrell Owens or whatever. That just getting in your quarterback's face during a bad game,
Right.
or this that. So just you got to remember that too. So it's going to be interesting.
Yep.
So let's jump over to baseball. Did you happen to catch the baseball game last night?
I did, and what you saw was a very, very impressive pitching matchup. And Clayton Kershaw looked like the Clayton Kershaw of old. I mean, he's been known in the last couple of years to be struggling in the postseason, But last night he really came through and he was pitching a perfect game through, I believe, the before the bottom of the fifth. I mean, he looked very dominant, and it was amazing how all the Dodgers needed to do was score all of one run, which was a solo home run by Adrian Gonzalez in the second inning. And the Dodgers got a huge victory, and they've evened the series now up at a game apiece, and now they're flying back to Los Angeles with a chance to, if they can take both games at home, to take a 3-1 series lead and really kind of put the Cubs in the toughest situation possible.
I agree. And you know what though? I like the Dodgers. I like to see the Dodgers get in there and have the Dodgers against maybe like the Indians. I think that would be a great
Right.
World Series. Hopefully that that's what I'm hoping what's going to happen. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Neil, we're going to have to take a quick commercial break. For you listeners and viewers, we're going to be right back, and we're going to wrap it up with the sports update right after this.
Saving your business money is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Tanker Consulting Services, a payment solutions expert, will show you how with a free, detailed, written analysis illustrating your cost savings. We usually uncover savings between 10 and 25%, and sometimes more. We can help your business succeed by providing reliable and secure merchant payment solutions such as merchant services programs, point-of-sale systems, and ATM machines. TCS, one of the leaders in regional credit card processing consulting, offers electronic payments to merchants locally and nationwide through our preferred vendor programs. We work to keep business costs down with a comprehensive suite of quality products, services, and customized credit card processing programs exclusively tailored for your company. TCS is convenient, reliable, and innovative, with customer service available 24/7, 365 days a year. Our in-depth industry knowledge, partnership strategy, and innovative processing solutions allow for a specialized approach to providing merchant bank processing with 100% full fee disclosure. TCS is one-stop shopping for all your merchant services solutions. Our clients save money 100% of the time. Trust Tanker Consulting Services, the knowledgeable, professional, and friendly provider of secure payment services. We set the standard by which others are measured. Call now for a free written analysis. 609-922-0201.
Sub some sizzle.
Stroman's going to be on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays today. They're one of their number one guys, and obviously he brings a lot of enthusiasm and energy whenever he pitches. And so I think the Blue Jays are going to try to ride on his, enthusiasm and his momentum and try to possibly get back in the series. They're down 2-0. The Indians have come away with two very impressive victories, shutting down the powerful Toronto Blue Jay offense. But I've seen a few interviews from the Blue Jay players, and they say that they still feel incredibly confident that they could score on this team and that they can win some games. So I don't think this series is. I think the series is far from being over. I think the Blue Jays are going to come away with a victory tonight, and I think they're going to come away with evening up this series, heading back to Cleveland for Game 5.
Okay. Well, this is going to conclude our sports update. Neil, I will check you out on Thursday as we'll go over Thursday night's game and go over a little bit of the weekend college games. So we're going to take another quick commercial break. We are going to be back with Shakira Turner with cakes and cookies with some type of nice dessert. We're going to be cooking on morning coffee. So Neil, have a great day.
Thanks, Keith. You as well.
All right, we'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Sub some sizzle. This is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. the way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facial, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for?